Venus is called Earth's sister, but actually it is an evil twin. It is the hottest planet in the solar system and has such huge atmospheric pressure that you will be crushed to death the moment you land on its surface. Venus rotates clockwise on its axis, contrary to other planets that rotate anti-clockwise. The surface of this planet is yellowish and covered all around with an orange-reddish thick atmosphere with toxic fumes. If there is any hell, then surely it is this planet. So let's have a trip to Venus and see what a day on this demon planet looks like. My name is Siddharth and you're watching The World of Science. The weirdest thing that Venus has is its rotation and revolution pattern. It completes one rotation in 243 Earth days. That means a day on Venus is nearly 8 months on Earth, while a year is only 224 days. Thus, a day on Venus is actually longer than its year. How we would adapt to these large variations is quite difficult to think about, right? But let us first reach there. Venus's proximity to our planet depends on the orbits of both. The two planets travel in ellipses around the Sun, and so the distance between them is constantly shifting. At its farthest, Venus lies 261 million kilometers away. It makes its closest approach to Earth at about 40 million kilometers. Thus, it will take our spacecraft about 8 to 12 months to reach Venus. Venus's orbital speed is close to Earth's speed. Thus, orbital insertion will be easy compared to that of fast-evolving planets like Mercury, where we shall go in the next video. We won't be able to see the surface from the orbit as a multi-layered, thick atmosphere completely envelops Venus. As it rotates opposite, the Sun will seem to rise in the west and set in the east. Air present there is completely poisonous, thus one will be choked to death without a spacesuit. As we descend through the atmosphere, we will experience thick reddish-orange clouds and fumes all around. The atmosphere contains 96% of carbon dioxide and the rest are other greenhouse gases. The atmospheric pressure on Venus is 93 times that of Earth, that's equivalent to being 1 kilometer underwater back on Earth. This high concentration of greenhouse gases and thick atmosphere causes the maximum amount of sunlight to be trapped inside, thus heating the planet to a temperature of 460 degrees Celsius. This makes Venus the hottest planet in the solar system. Our spaceship should be built such that it can handle this huge pressure. In normal spacesuits, we cannot even stand on the surface without getting crushed immediately. It will surely be a scientific challenge to build such a spacesuit to walk on Venus's surface. The physical characteristics of Venus are overall the same with Earth. It has a radius close to 0.95 times that of Earth, gravity is about 90%, and it has the same internal structure too. Venus's core is made up of a solid iron core and the mantle is rocky. Standing on the surface, we will see craters and volcanoes all around. Most of the upper surface of the planet is covered with molten lava from the volcanoes. Suddenly, we will be exposed to something terrible: acid rain. It rains sulfuric acid on Venus. The atmosphere is filled with huge clouds of sulfuric acid, and raining on the surface makes the surface toxic too. Interestingly, in Greek and Roman mythology, Venus is considered the goddess of love. Experiencing such harsh conditions on Venus will make you think why you thought to go there in the first place. A day on Venus is so long that we won't be able to survive that entire span. While returning to our orbiter, as soon as we ascend and reach 50 kilometers above the surface of Venus, we would notice that the pressure and temperature have reduced to normal. Although the surface environment of Venus is extremely hostile, there is a region between 50 to 60 kilometers above the surface where the atmospheric pressure and the temperature are similar to that of Earth. In fact, this region may well be the most Earth-like environment in the solar system. This has inspired the idea of vast floating cities using aerostats that are structures lighter than air balloons occupying the Venusian atmosphere without the potentially more difficult and costly process of terraforming the entire planet for human habitation. In 2015, NASA introduced such a vehicle known as High Altitude Venus Operational Concept, in short HAVOC. These will be like floating spaceships or cities with many scientists aboard performing experiments and studying the atmosphere of Venus. Such missions can help us understand more detailed compositions of Venus. From the 1960s, Venus had caught the attention of many astronomers such as Carl Sagan, who proposed that there may be tiny bacteria-like organisms in the upper sky of Venus. In September 2020, a study showed that phosphine gas had been found in the atmosphere of Venus. These gases are not known to be produced by any chemical process that can happen on the planet. So the possible solution is that they are byproduct of microorganisms present there. This was a huge discovery, but some weeks later, another paper was published that tried to refute these findings. Whatever is the truth, but the similarity of Venus with Earth and the concept of terraforming Venus had always fascinated astronomers to study more about Venus and urged them to establish a human base there. How terraforming will change Venus into an Earth-like planet will be covered in our upcoming videos. So, how was your trip to this demon planet with us? Let us know in the comments. If you found this video interesting, please leave a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Check out our magazine Cosmos Now, which is India's first independent astronomy magazine. Link is in the description. Do follow us on Instagram for daily quality content that'll make you fall in love with science. Make sure you subscribe to the World of Science. Until next time, stay scientific.